Serge here again, back at you with another video. So, I got another thought here, or several thoughts about the book of Ecclesiastes. So, and by the way, I'm driving, so I'm not really distracted. I'm just looking at the camera every once in a while. So, in the book of Ecclesiastes, I was thinking about it. What it teaches us, and I'm kind of like, I'm not a scholar. I don't know much. I don't know about like life in general because I am young. I'm not going to say I'm wise, so that way I'm not overly wise in somebody's eyes. You know, I understand that the people of old age, they got more wisdom than we do as young folks. That's just that. It just comes with experience. You could overthink things for a long time and they just won't work out because you're not old. You don't have that same thing. So basically, what I'd like to talk about is that the book of Ecclesiastes and what it teaches us. In the book, it kind of tells you that, you know, nothing means anything. What do I mean by that? Like, life is meaningless. There's no meaning to life if you are too wise, you know? And later on in the Bible, it teaches us that Jesus is the meaning of life. In fact, he is life. So if you're a Christian and you follow this kind of stuff, then you understand what I'm talking about. So when Jesus came, he said that, you know, he's greater than Solomon, right? He has more to give you than Solomon had. And it's true, because he shows us obedience to God. Basically, and love for each other. He shows us truth, and at the end he shows us love. But anyways, back to Ecclesiastes. And I've been thinking about this, pondering about this for a little while, and you know, us young folks, we think that we know it all, right? We know it all. And we don't know it all. We might know it all for a little bit, and then somebody come in and put that stick in our bicycle wheel, and we just fall right off, and we're like, oh, I didn't realize that I didn't know it all. So basically where I'm getting at is it kind of teaches us there's, like, it even has parts in it where it says there's a time for everything. Now, how can life be meaningless and then he goes and tells you there's a time for everything? Well, let me break it down to you. So it is meaningless if you make it meaningless. It doesn't have any meaning to you until you give it meaning. Basically, if you're overly wise and you're depressed, nothing has meaning to you. But if you realize the little things inside the book, where maybe you might realize the author was depressed, maybe he didn't have true godliness, maybe he didn't have Christ at the time. And I'm not saying he didn't have God at the time, but I'm saying when you're a person writing that way, it is meaningless without God. Nothing has meaning without God, you know? And I don't care if you're a Buddhist, you're religious, in any kind of way, you have to worship a higher being than you. Socrates knew this. Everybody but before knew this. If you start worshiping idols, you start worshiping idols. If you start worshiping yourself, you worship yourself. You put yourself in a higher position than yourself. So in a sense, you're putting yourself as an idol. But basically, don't know where I was really going with that, but so yeah, in the book, you kind of relate to how the author is. He might be depressed. He might not know it all. He says, in fact, in the book, he says, I've been and seen everything under the sun, right? And these are my words. I'm not reading the scripture as it is. But, and he's like, and he still doesn't understand, right? He still doesn't get it. And it's funny, when we become prideful like Satan, we think that we just know it all, and we don't know it all. And so it's almost as if like the book is a confession. It's a confession. Without God, this is all garbage. We don't know anything. Forget everything, right? Anyways, hope this helps you as kind of a rant. Kind of like, I don't want you to view this as like some kind of great teaching or anything. Just kind of a rant, kind of things that I've been thinking about. Hope this helps you out. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Sorry for the shaky camera work. God bless. See you later.